Relations between the two countries have been seriously deteriorating since the Pakistan tour to England in the summer. First criticised for time wasting, the Pakistanis were then accused of cheating. Their wicketkeeper Yusuf claimed a catch off Botham when he dropped the ball. Such incidents were part and parcel of the international game, according to the Pakistan tour manager. Next, David Constant, the English umpire, was labelled a rude man by Pakistan captain Imran Khan. The Pakistanis, who'd been campaigning for neutral umpires, had wanted him replaced for the 5th test. The request was turned down. Then, in the recent World Cup, the bad feeling was heightened when Javed Miandad clashed with Gatting. He claimed the England captain had sworn at him. Bad feeling, bad behaviour and bad umpiring came together in the first test just 2 weeks ago. First, Abdul Qadir, incorrectly given out, stumped. Then, in the worst incident of its kind, England's Chris Broad refused to leave the field when given out. The Pakistanis wanted him sent home. He was reprimanded. Today, the TCCB was trying to keep in touch with developments and fend off criticism that Gatting had behaved irresponsibly and that they as a body had let things get out of hand.
I have the utmost admiration for Gat. I think he's a fabulous cricketer. He's 100% honest. I do think that what's happening is that in isolation in the dressing room, people get very almost introverted, inward looking. They feel the pressures of the game on them. They feel they're hard done by. It needs somebody to step back and say, look, how are people looking at us from 5,000 miles away? And certainly what I'm seeing is a tragedy for Great Britain.
One thing that would be interesting was if Pakistan were 150 or 200 for 1 overnight, as opposed to 100 for 5, whether they'd be out on the field. I think that when neutral umpires were employed in the World Cup, Pakistan didn't fare quite as well as everyone expected them to. I'll leave that to your own interpretation.
You know, there's nothing new about it. I think all first-class cricketers know that you're going to have a problem with the umpires when you go to the subcontinent. I remember when I played there in my early days in 1951, the Koya mat, which we played on, always seemed to be that little bit tighter when Pakistan were bowling on it than when we bowled on it.
Cricket has long been a focus for national fervour, especially in events like the World Cup. But many believe that some white cricketers have a condescending attitude to touring in the third world.
These players, the cricket players in this country, have been suffering what we call, they've been studying schools in this country and suffering from a colonial hangover. They still believe in this master-slave relationship. They still believe that they can be patronizing, condescending to people abroad, not only in Pakistan, also in the West Indies and Africa. So we are the masters, you are the servant. We taught you the game, therefore we are going to dictate how you should play, how you shouldn't play.
Whatever the underlying causes of the England-Pakistan dispute, it's widely acknowledged that world cricket faces one of its biggest crises.
It's very sad for cricket, isn't it? I mean, it's a very, very sad situation which has gradually built up. You know, it's had its origins probably back here in the summer. We've played Pakistan far too many times. They've played us far too many times in the course of the last 12 months, and these things have gradually built up to stupid proportions.
Tonight there's a major question mark not only over Mike Gatting's future and over the current Test series, but there's even a possibility that what started as a failure to play up and play the game of cricket could damage non-sporting relations between Britain and Pakistan.